A very logical evening to all of you and welcome back to this week's Menti quiz. Diksha, Dhwanit, Avni, Muskan, Kratitva, Rahul, Kush, Gayatri, Prabhanshu, Shreya, Tushar. Very logical evening. Priyanshi, very logical evening. Shuchi, very logical evening to all of you. A very quick mic check. Am I audible to all of you or not? Akshi, Gargi, Soumya, Himanshi. Quickly join the Menti quiz. Go to menti.com and use the code 1880 and 1980. 1880, 1980, 1880, 1980. Soumya, Himanshi, Tanu, Priyanshi, Anusha, Chaitanya, Arya, Shruti, Shuchi, Ruchi. Back to back rhyming names there. Astha, Tushar. Tushar, the code is 1880 1980. 1880 1980. Agam, Pari, Tushar, Sheetal, very logical evening, each and every one of you. Quickly join the quiz. जल्दी जल्दी क्विज ज्वाइन करते चलो मेंटी को ज्वाइन करो फटाफट फटाफट निष्ठा शिवांश प्रियांशी प्रेरणा मानवी सोनाक्षी प्रांजल मंतव्य संचित आरुषि so you're audible but your voice is echoing. Code Harshita, the code is 1880 1980. Anvesh, logical evening beta. By the way, I've also recorded the weekly roundup, so it will be visible on your screens very soon. It will be visible on your portal very soon. ठीक है वो प्रोसेस होके आपके पास दिखने लगेगा सो इफ पॉसिबल दोज हु आर मेंटी के बाद अगर आप जाग रहे हो तो मेंटी के बाद यू कैन वॉच दैट वीडियो आल्सो इस वीक का थोड़ा बड़ा भी है थोड़ा लंबा है एंड देयर आर सम वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टॉपिक्स कवर्ड इन दैट वीकली राउंड अप सो मेक श्योर दैट यू आर वॉचिंग दैट वीकली राउंड अप टाइम टू टाइम साथ साथ पढ़ते चलो एंड वी आर कमिंग अप विद सम वेरी गुड सेशंस the planning and the content is already like it's already in the process of getting made by the end of this week, this month, or in the first week of September for sure. We'll start with monthly roundups. Back starting from January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. We'll try to finish it off by the end of October last week. ठीक है तो एक जल्दी से एक क्विक रिवीजन हम लोग वहां पे कर लेंगे and you already got your mock schedule so you have so many mocks to come also in future. तो अब वो समय आ चुका है बेटा जब यहाँ से 3 महीने वी हैव टू लिटरली नो पुल अप आवर सॉक्स और जितना भाग सकते हो तेज जितनी तेज भाग सकते हो उतनी तेज भागो ठीक है only 4 months left for your examination for the D day and that is all you have to do 4 months. दो तरीके होते हैं देखने के कि एक बोलो 4 महीने ही बचे हैं, अब क्या करेंगे या एक बोलो कि 4 ही महीने बचे हैं 4 महीने की मेहनत और करनी है इतनी कर ली तो विल बी लैंडिंग इन वन ऑफ द बेस्ट लॉ स्कूल्स ऑफ द कंट्री ठीक है Keep taking VIOMs. Don't worry. There will be more VIOMs coming up. More VIOMs are coming. Don't worry. Sigil quizzes. These quizzes are very helpful, sir. Thank you. Nothing to thank there. ठीक है. So I think sufficient students have already joined. Others will join eventually. I'll start with today's quiz. It's already 9:10. ठीक है. Start करते हैं आज का quiz. Answer fast to get more points. You know the drill. Who has recently released the Towards Decarbonizing Transport 2023 report? Towards Decarbonizing Transport 2023 report. It's Niti Aayog. The correct answer is Niti Aayog. Keep reading newspapers. Newspapers वगैरह अच्छे से पढ़ते रहोगे तो you'll be able to answer most of these questions. Just a second. Question number 2. We'll check the leaderboard after 10th question. 10th question के बाद ही leaderboard देखेंगे हम लोग. Super easy question. Gyanvapi Mosque is located in which city? Question number 3. National Capital Territory of Delhi bill recently tabled by Government of India and Lok Sabha is related to the dash of Delhi government. What is it related to? Forest, services, taxes, law and order. सर्विसेज नाम की जो एक एंट्री होती है एंट्री नंबर 41 इन द स्टेट लिस्ट. तो एंट्री नंबर 41 हमें पता है ना जो इनिशियल लॉ था उसमें दे हैड एंट्री नंबर 1 एंट्री नंबर 2 एंड एंट्री नंबर 18 ऑफ द स्टेट लिस्ट which was part of the which was you know which was basically kept as an exception, which was not a part of Delhi government's power. So now they've added one more subject, and that is entry number 41, and they bought an entire law. उसके अलावा they have established a committee where chief minister is the chairperson, home secretary and the cabinet secretary, they are also two members, and the decision is made by majority. We studied all of this. जब पहली बार ordinance आया था तभी हम लोगों ने ज्यादातर provisions पढ़ लिए थे. If at all there is any major addition or changes that comes in the recent week, we'll cover it in the weekly roundups. ठीक है? We'll move to the next question. As I told you, more students have joined, so कोई बात नहीं, आओ जल्दी जल्दी join करो. Which article of the Constitution vests the President of India the power to promulgate ordinance? The power to promulgate ordinance. We know that this particular law, which is now being passed by Lok Sabha as well as which is now passed by Lok Sabha as well as Rajya Sabha, it was initially brought in as an ordinance. Very good. Article 123. President ki powers of promulgating ordinance is in 123. Governor of a state's power to promulgate an ordinance is 213. Hepatitis affects which organ of the body? Hepatitis affects which organ of the body? Gallbladder, liver, kidney, heart. Liver is the right answer. Come on, next question on your screens. Under which Constitutional Amendment Act constitutional status is provided to cooperative societies? 96th, 97th, 98th और 99th? कौन सा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल अमेंडमेंट एक्ट था वो जिसके थ्रू कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटीज को एक कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल स्टेटस और उनके रेगुलेशन के लिए कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल पावर्स वर सेटअप? Logical evening, Arinjay, Janvi, Tanu, Pratishtha, Aditya. Logical evening, all of you. Semicon India 2023 event was held in which city? Semicon India, we know the importance of semiconductors. Semiconductors की importance इतनी ज्यादा है. इंडिया अभी यूएस के साथ जब वहां गए थे तो वहां पर भी हम माइक्रोन के साथ एक डील कर कर आए हैं that they are going to establish a semiconductor factory. US is moving towards something called friendshoring. Till now, they were talking about offshoring of their units, production units. Now they're talking about friendshoring of their production units, considering the fact that China has started asserting itself, and China and US are not at very good terms. They want to have something called China plus one strategy. ठीक है, तो सेमिकॉन इंडिया इवेंट हम करवा रहे हैं ताकि सेमीकंडक्टर इंडस्ट्रीज को इंडिया में भी डेवलप कर सकें. India is planning to do something in the coming decade. India is planning to make sure that semiconductor industry overall India में ज़्यादा अच्छे से flourish कर पाए. So whatever policy support is required, we are going to give them. Digital Payment Index has been recently launched by which of the following bodies? Ministry of Finance, Reserve Bank of India, NPCI or Paytm? Digital Payment Index. It's Bank of India. Digital Payment Index Reserve Bank of India prepare करता है. Botanical Survey of India, Apex Taxonomic Research Organization is under which Union Ministry of India? ठीक है. Culture Ministry, Ministry of Environment, Ministry of Earth Science, Tourism Ministry. किसके अंदर आता है Botanical Survey of India? Correct answer is Ministry of Environment. देखो अर्थ साइंस का वहां कोई काम नहीं है. अर्थ साइंसेस आता है जियोलॉजिकल फैक्टर्स. जैसे एक आप पढ़ोगे समुद्रयान, समुद्रयान में यू विल फाइंड मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ अर्थ साइंस. इन्वायरमेंट मिनिस्ट्री का यहाँ पे ज्यादा काम है, फ्लोरा एंड फोना. ठीक है. कल्चर, कल्चर का कोई लेना देना नहीं. कल्चर कहाँ पे आता है, कहीं पे सोसाइटी का रोल हो तब कल्चर का रोल आता है. टूरिज्म मिनिस्ट्री कोई लेना देना नहीं है. बॉटनिकल सर्वे, botany zoology, botanical survey, zoological survey talks about flora and fauna, the diversity of the nation. Obviously that will come under Ministry of Environment and Forest. Next question on your screen. Anyone who is not able to join the menti.com, go to menti.com and use the code 18801980. Recently, which city has become the first Indian city to become part of the World Cities Culture Forum? World Cities Culture Forum is a different organization where Bengaluru has recently become the first city to be a part of it. बहुत सारे बच्चों ने यहाँ वाराणसी डाला है. वाराणसी was a trick option. It was designated as the SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization की cultural capital designate हुई थी वाराणसी. These are two different things. ठीक है, इसलिए that is where revisions are important. Now let's check the leaderboard. Good to see some new names. Earthman. क्या करता है Earthman? We have Shaurya Raj, Avni, Vanshika, Shivan, Shatakshi, Sanchit, Aditya, Krishnapal, Earthman, or Aryan. So we finally I get to see some new names in top 10. That is really, really, really good. Keep trying, keep practicing, keep revising. We'll move on to our next question and then we'll check again. We'll check the leaderboard again after question number 20th. Question number 11 on your screens. India has world's dash largest GDP on PPP basis. PPP is basically purchasing power parity. तो वी कैलकुलेट जीडीपी, नॉमिनल जीडीपी कैलकुलेट होता है, परचेजिंग पावर पैरिटी पे भी कैलकुलेट करते हैं. करेक्ट. ओवरऑल हम वर्ल्ड की फिफ्थ लार्जेस्ट इकोनॉमी है, लार्जेस्ट जीडीपी है, बट परचेजिंग पावर पैरिटी पे जब हम जाते हैं कि हाउ मच व्हेन वी कंपेयर आवर इनकम with some other countries' income, and then we see how much we can buy through with that amount of money. Then purchasing power parity pe India takes a upper hand. India has a upper hand and India is at third position. The first is US, second is China, the third one is India when it comes to purchasing power parity. Who has recently said that the era of global warming has ended, the era of global boiling has arrived? The code is 18801980. Antonio Guterres. So now he's saying more global warming is global boiling. Imaging X-ray Polarimetry Explorer is an international collaboration between which of the following organizations? It is NASA and the Italian Space Agency. Good. So many of you got it correct. Logical evening, Ravi. Recently, Parkachik Glacier is located in which of the following states or union territories? Parkachik Glacier जो अभी recently news में था. लद्दाख, correct. Because वो glacial melting, climate change, global warming कारण जो glaciers melt हो रहा है उसके कारण there is a likelihood of formation of a new lake there. Parkachik Glacier was in news because of that. Look, since this is an online quiz, I want all of you to be very honest and not refer to any kind of, references. You should not go for any kind of Google searches while answering the question. Be honest and be honest with yourself. That is more important. Even if you're scoring less marks, make more efforts to get more marks. Next question on your screens. NASA's OSIRIS-REx spacecraft mission launched to study and bring back the sample from which asteroid? OSIRIS-REx. Itokawa Dimorphos Bennu Bu. Is Bennu. Osiris Rex is related to Bennu. Bennu is an asteroid जहां से वो लोग samples को लेकर Bennu is that particular Osiris Rex spacecraft जो it is coming back towards Earth. It is coming back to Earth. That is why it was in news. ठीक है? और वहां पर it had to make some maneuvers as well because of some issues in the coming back while it was coming back. While तो उसके लिए Osiris Rex है. Dimorphos is a different mission. It is DART mission. Dimorphos Didymos. Next questions on your screen. Lok Sabha clears the cinematograph bill which revamps age-based certification given by CBFC. Where is the head office of CBFC? New Delhi, Mumbai, Pune, Bangalore. Mumbai. Look, Mumbai, Bollywood हमको पता है ना CBFC तो most of the movies का certification तो ऐसा करके relate करके you can remember that CBFC has its headquarters in Mumbai. Which country's player? Stuart Broad retired from international cricket. Stuart Broad has retired from international cricket recently. कौन सी country को belong करते हो? He belongs to England. English cricketer है who has recently retired from Test cricket. And people from our generation, we know him better because of he was the bowler when Yuvraj Singh hit those six in an over. छह छक्के मारे थे और इसी की बॉल पे मारे थे. Answer fast. National Folk and Tribal Art Festival took place in which city? Folk and Tribal Art Festival. Three questions to the leaderboard. Gandhinagar, Ranchi, Bhopal, Patna. भोपाल. There's a big tribal museum in Bhopal. भोपाल में एक बहुत बड़ा ट्राइबल म्यूजियम है श्यामला हिल्स पे. तो you can remember my मानव संग्रहालय भी है and it's all about tribal museums, tribal culture is, put it display in those in there. National Folk and ट्राइबल आर्ट फेस्टिवल 2023 2023 took place in Bhopal. Oh, I think the question got skipped. Anyways, something went wrong. Doesn't matter. कोई भी attempt नहीं कर पाया उन questions को. We check the leaderboard again. शौर्य राज, शैलेंद्र, देवांक, अवनी, शिवांश, वंशिका, अरिंजय, संचित, आदित्य and सृष्टि. Very good. We'll move to the next question and again check the leaderboard after 10 questions. With which country Meti हमें पता है एक मिनिस्ट्री है गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया signed an MOU for sharing India stack. This was in news very recently. Namibia, Papua New Guinea, French Guyana, Japan. Papua New Guinea. Very good. ठीक है, इट वॉज इन न्यूज फॉर दैट इंडिया स्टैक के कारण. इंडिया स्टैक हमारे सेट ऑफ एप्लीकेशंस हैं जो हम लोगों ने वी हैव केप्ट इट ओपन एंड वी आर हेल्पिंग अदर कंट्रीज टू अडैप्ट इट. फॉर एग्जांपल आधार का पूरा प्लेटफॉर्म हो गया. देन वी हैव समथिंग कॉल्ड यूपीआई. आधार यूपीआई डिजिटल इंडिया के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से हमने बहुत सारे नए इनिशिएटिव्स लेकर आए. उमंग ऐप है हमारा जो कि ग्रीवांस रिड्रेसल ओवरऑल सर्विस डिलीवरी के लिए गवर्नमेंट सर्विस डिलीवरी के लिए. So we have so many apps that we have developed. कोविन प्लेटफॉर्म हमने बनाया था कोविड के टाइम पे. These platforms and this know-how can be shared with other countries, and that is how we project the soft power of India. And we are helping these countries in adapting those technologies to their requirements. Which of the following newspaper was started by Bal Gangadhar Tilak? New India, Indian Opinion, Kesari, या Samvad Comedy? It should have been Samvad Comedy. Very good. So many of you got it correct. Kesari is the right answer. Sumedha, the code is 18801980. DGFT is an attached office under which ministry? थोड़ा सोचना, लॉजिकली सोचना है इसको. फॉरेन देख के मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स मार दिया. फॉरेन ट्रेड भी तो देखो बेटा. मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ कॉमर्स एंड इंडस्ट्री के अंडर आएगा डीजीएफटी. आंसर फास्ट टू गेट मोर पॉइंट्स. डीएसआर सैटेलाइट ऑफ सिंगापुर वाज लॉन्च्ड बाय विच इंडियन रॉकेट? कौन से रॉकेट से लॉन्च किया था इसको? टफ ऑप्शंस. PSLV C-56. Polar Satellite Launch Vehicle PSLV C-56 is the right answer. In the first phase of Digi Yatra was launched in which one of the following airports? Digi Yatra. देखो अगेन डिजिटल इंडिया केम. आपका जो एयरपोर्ट आप एयरपोर्ट वगैरह में जाते हैं तो आपका आइडेंटिफिकेशन एंड एवरीथिंग कैन बी डन थ्रू डिजी यात्रा. दे प्रमोटिंग डिजी यात्रा इन द फर्स्ट यस द पायलट फेज. जो बीटा वर्जन था वो लॉन्च हुआ था इसका बेंगलुरु में. Whose empower measures is related to? WHO's empower measure is related to. WHO एक organization है. Empower measures is related to which of the four? Cancer, malaria, tobacco, emotions control. Is tobacco control, emotions control बिल्कुल नहीं है वो. It's not cancer control, it's not malaria control, it's not emotions control, it's tobacco control. Which Indian chess player has become the top ranked Indian player replacing Vishwanathan Anand in the FIDE rankings? Gukesh, Pental Harikrishna, Pragnanand, Nihal Sarin. D. Gukesh. Correct. Credit rating agency Fitch downgraded US sovereign ratings from AAA to AAA minus, AA plus, AA, AAA plus. I've explained credit rating agencies in this week's weekly roundup. Credit rating agencies, sovereign rating क्यों होती है, कौन करता है, कौन सी तीन मेन एजेंसीज हैं, कौन बताएगा मेरे को तीन मेन एजेंसीज जो क्रेडिट रेटिंग एजेंसीज हैं दुनिया की, तीन मेजर की क्रेडिट रेटिंग एजेंसीज. आई वांट योर कमेंट्स ऑन द यूट्यूब. यूट्यूब पे कमेंट करो. Which are the three major credit rating agencies that we have in the world, जो कि सोवरेन क्रेडिट रेटिंग भी करती हैं. सोवरेन क्रेडिट रेटिंग में अभी रिसेंटली यूएस की सोवरेन रेटिंग को डाउनग्रेड किया गया है. Which are the three top credit rating agencies of the world? ठीक है, लिखते चलो साथ साथ. आई विल मूव टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन ऑल्सो. टू क्वेश्चंस टू द नेक्स्ट लीडर बोर्ड. दो क्वेश्चन और बचे हैं अगले लीडर बोर्ड तक के लिए. For which planet's exploration NASA's Voyager 1 mission was launched in 1977? Jupiter and Saturn. Correct. Good. Unnat. Moody's, Standard, S&P and Fitch. Moody's, S&P and Fitch. These are the three biggest credit rating agencies of the world. Good. Aryan, Shivansh, Sonakshi. जुपिटर एंड सैटर्न. अब देखो वोयाजर 1 मिशन जुपिटर और सैटर्न को तो एक्सप्लोर करने के लिए था ही, तो इनमें से तो ये दो तो प्लैनेट्स थे ही. बट जनरली भी वोयाजर 1 एंड 2 जो 1977 में स्टार्ट हुए थे, दे वर जनरली टू एक्सप्लोर स्पेस एज मच एज पॉसिबल. ठीक है. अगेन Voyager 1, Voyager 2, their history, what they carry, what are they doing right now, all those things we have discussed. Recently it was in news that Voyager 1 or 2, I'm not sure, I think Voyager 2 it was. Voyager 2 has lost communication, और जो communication है वो उतना strong नहीं है. Voyager 1 and Voyager 2 also have this distinction of being, two spacecraft, only two human spacecrafts, which are right now in the interstellar space. That is between two, those systems, those stellar systems के बीच का जो space होता है, वहां पर अभी वो घूम रहे हैं. So that is their distinction. Only two spacecrafts has, gone beyond the solar system. चलो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन आगे. इसके बाद लीडर बोर्ड देखेंगे फिर से. विच इज द नोडल मिनिस्ट्री फॉर गोवर्धन स्कीम? पावर, एग्रीकल्चर, रूरल डेवलपमेंट, जल शक्ति. This can be a tricky question if you don't know the exact answer. Don't do guesses here. Correct answer is Ministry of Jal Shakti. Let's check the leaderboard again. So we have Shailendra at the first position, then Shaurya, then Arinjay, Shivansh, Vanshika, Devang, Sanchit, Samay, Avni, Krishnapal. So especially in the first five positions, I see 4 and 5 positions, I see very, very close competition. So next 20 questions on your screen. So this basically there's no fill in the blanks there. The biodiversity is a related एक passage है. We'll move on to the questions. And yes, don't remember to like the video. If you like the quiz, like the questions, do like the video as well. Question number 31 on your screens related to biodiversity. We've discussed last week. When did Convention on Biodiversity entered into force? Entered into force. शब्दों पे ध्यान देना है. Signed नहीं पूछ रहा है, entered into force पूछ रहा है. 1993. Good. Question number 32 on your screens. Which of the following convention or protocol or targets is not under CBD? Cartagena, Nagoya, Rotterdam, Aichi targets. Rotterdam Convention, correct. Rotterdam Convention is on movement of hazardous materials. Cartagena Protocol is on living modified organisms. Nagoya Protocol is on access and benefit sharing. दोनों ही कन्वेंशन ऑन बायोडाइवर्सिटी के अंदर आता है. HE टारगेट्स ऑन बायोडाइवर्सिटी 2011 से 2020 तक के कुछ टारगेट्स थे. ठीक है. All of them falls under one particular convention, and that is Convention on Biodiversity, which is trying to protect the flora and fauna across the world. ठीक है. So many of you got it correct. Very good. Question number 33 on your screens. TKDL is set up by which ministry? Traditional Knowledge Digital Library. It is again related to biodiversity. Traditional Knowledge Digital Library set up by which ministry? Ministry of Ayush. Yes, correct. TKDL जब सबसे पहली बार बना था तब आयुष did not have this, traditional medicines का अपना खुद की एक मिनिस्ट्री नहीं होती थी, एक डिपार्टमेंट होता था. But now they have their own dedicated ministry. National Biodiversity Authority has its headquarters in which city? It's one of those, bodies which is not having its headquarters in Delhi or Bombay. I have already given you 50-50 पे लाके खड़ा कर दिया मैंने. सुन लेते तो यार न्यू दिल्ली और बॉम्बे नहीं मारते. कोलकाता एंड चेन्नई. चेन्नई इज द राइट आंसर. Under which section of Biodiversity Act state government may notify the areas of biodiversity importance as biodiversity heritage sites? स्टेट गवर्नमेंट चाहे तो कुछ लोकेशंस को बोल सकते हैं दिस इज बायोडाइवर्सिटी हेरिटेज साइट. तो ये पावर उनको कौन से सेक्शन के अंदर है? क्योंकि एक बायोडाइवर्सिटी एक्ट है, उसके अंदर उनको ये पावर दी गई है. दैट इज अंडर सेक्शन 37 ऑफ बायोडाइवर्सिटी एक्ट. This July, Delhi recorded the cleanest air for the month since 2019 according to CAQM. CAQM, EPCA, we've studied this week itself. ध्यान से सुनना. Average AQI, ये सब पूरा का पूरा यहाँ पे दिया है. Central Pollution Control Board data shows that average AQI for July this year was better than the average for 2017 and 18 as well. Now ये सारा एक basic दिया हुआ था. There was no fill in the blanks as such, so we'll move to the questions part. CAQM के हिसाब से Delhi sees cleanest July year in 4 years. What is the full form of CAQM? Center for Air Quality Management, Commissioner for Air Quality Management, Central Air Quality Management, Commission for Air Quality Management. It's Commission for Air Quality Management, not Commissioner for Air Quality Management. This is not a center. Center वगैरह words आते हैं when there is an institution that is working for say research and development, कोई think tank वगैरह होगा तो center word use होता है. Commission, it's a body that not only comes up with rules and regulations in GRAP, that is Graded Response Action Form, Action Plan, but also implements it. Further, it has been given penal powers under the law. Okay, it's a statutory body, Commission for Air Quality Management. Next questions on your screen. CAQM revised the GRAP. The revised GRAP will come in effect from which of the following dates? October 1, 2023. 3 questions from our leaderboard. Which of the following air pollutant does not come under National Ambient Air Quality Standards? National Ambient Air Quality Standards. Use your brain. Carbon dioxide is not a part of National Ambient Air Quality Standards. अब ध्यान से सुनो. ओजोन हमें पता है, ओजोन जो स्ट्रेटोस्फेरिक ओजोन है वो तो हमारे लिए अच्छी चीज है क्योंकि हमें यूवी रेस से प्रोटेक्ट करती है. बट ट्रोपोस्फेरिक ओजोन, ओजोन दैट इज प्रेजेंट अराउंड अस, दैट ओजोन गैस इज नॉट रियली गुड फॉर आवर हेल्थ. ट्रोपोस्फेरिक ओजोन इज अ डिफरेंट स्टोरी. ठीक है, इट इज एन एयर पोल्यूटेंट. How many times in the class I have told you CO2, carbon dioxide is not an air pollutant. It is a greenhouse gas causing global warming, causing climate change. CO2 is not an air pollutant as such, which which leads to deterioration of your lung health, which goes to respiratory system को आपको परेशान करता है. ऐसी चीज नहीं है CO2. Nickel, benzene, ozone, all of them, they are substances that pollute the air. Carbon dioxide does not. Stick to fundamentals. That's why I say conceptual clarity is important. Conceptual clarity जितनी ज्यादा होगी उतने ज्यादा facts याद करना आसान हो जाएगा आपके लिए. Because you can frame, visualize करना आसान हो जाता है, mapping करना आसान हो जाता है. Central Pollution Control Board is formed under which of the following acts? It's a tricky question, but I'll call it an easy question, especially for all of you. वाटर एक्ट 1974 में बनाया गया था सीपीसीबी सबसे पहले. फिर धीरे धीरे एयर एक्ट और एनवायरमेंटल प्रोटेक्शन एक्ट के अंदर भी जो पावर्स थी वो सीपीसीबी को दे दी गई थी. बट द फर्स्ट टाइम व्हेन इट वाज formed, that was formed under the Water Act of 1974. So many of you got it correct, but many of you got it wrong as well. So that shows lack of revision, or probably you're not attentive in the classroom. Try not to do that. 40th question, then we'll check the leaderboard again. National Clean Air Program was launched by MOEFCC in which year? NCAP. 16, 17, 18, 19. So that looked like almost बराबर का तुक्का मारा है सबने. For some reason 18 कुछ कम लोगों ने मारा है. 37 people have said 2019 is the right answer. Correct. 2019 is the right answer when NCAP was launched. Let's check if there is any change in the leaderboard. Again, it's a close competition. Shailendra, Shauraraj, Devank. We have Shivansh, Arinjay, Vanshika, Krishnapal, Avni, Samay, Prabhanshu. Very good. Again, next passage related to tigers. Last 10 questions. Project Tiger was launched by Indira Gandhi government in 1973. From which national park? कहां से लॉन्च किया था? जिम कॉर्बेट, कान्हा, रणथंभौर, नामदफा. Jim Corbett National Park is the right answer. Recently added Ranipur Tiger Reserve located in which state? Easy question. रानीपुर टाइगर रिजर्व अभी रिसेंटली ऐड हुआ है. कहां पर है ये? ओडिशा, राजस्थान, छत्तीसगढ़, यूपी. यूपी. करेक्ट आंसर. IUCN status of Panthera tigris. International Union for Conservation of Nature. It provides, it categorizes, classifies animals and plants. Endangered, critically endangered, extinct in wild भी मारा हुआ है किसी ने. बेटा टाइगर हैं अभी भी जंगलों में और बहुत सारे हैं. क्रिटिकली इंडेंजर्ड नहीं है वो. क्रिटिकली इंडेंजर्ड, इट इज ऑलमोस्ट ऑन द वर्ज ऑफ एक्सटिंक्शन. तो क्रिटिकली इंडेंजर्ड, क्रिटिकली इंडेंजर्ड से एक लेवल नीचे है, दैट इज एंडेंजर्ड. ग्लोबल टाइगर फोरम, इसकी जो जनरल असेंबली होती है, इट मीट्स एवरी ईयर, एवरी 2 ईयर, एवरी 3 ईयर और एवरी 4 ईयर. वर्ल्ड कप की तरह 4 साल में मिलते हैं कि 3 साल में कि 2 साल की 1 साल में? हर साल मिलते हैं. 3 ईयर, एवरी 3 ईयर इज ग्लोबल टाइगर फोरम जनरल असेंबली. World Elephant Day is annually celebrated on which of the following days? dates. August 2nd, 7th, 12th or 17th. World Elephant Day. 12th of August is the right answer. Groundwater aquifer इससे related एक next last passage है आपकी screens पे. This will be the last 5 questions, then we'll check the final leaderboard. National Aquifer Mapping and Management Program was initiated in which year? 2010, 12, 14, 15. Come on, fast. 2012. NACIM was initiated in which of the following years? 2012 is the right answer. Central Groundwater Board was formed under which act? Forest Act, EP Act, Water Act, none of the above. EP Act 1986. It was a trick question. But anyone who is revising the weekly roundups properly will know the right answer. Last 3 questions to the final leaderboard. CGWB functions under which union ministry? Ministry of Jal Shakti is the right answer. Very good. Second last question. Catch the rain where it falls when it falls. कौन सी थीम स्कीम का थीम है? कैच द रेन. रेन वाटर हार्वेस्टिंग के बारे में सुना होगा आपने. जल शक्ति अभियान. गुड. Last questions. Question number 50. With Sustainable Development Goal mentions ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all. SDG 3, SDG 4, 5 or 6? SDG 6. Anyone who is reading and revising the weekly roundups diligently and properly will definitely be able to score good marks in weekly roundups. There's absolutely no reason why he or she cannot score. Read करो, revise करो, newspaper पढ़ते रहो, ये बनने लगेंगे questions सारे. Let's check the final leaderboard. You can see Shailendra at the first position, Shauraraj at the second position, Shivansh third position. Very good, all of you, and very good, Shailendra. Shailendra, just tell me which Shailendra are you, from which batch, so that there's a clarity. Meanwhile, I want to talk to all of you. Don't leave this session just like that. एक बात ध्यान से सुनो. Newspaper is going to be the backbone of your preparation. If you do not read newspaper, you are going to find it difficult to tackle the section of GK as well as a section of logical reasoning, legal reasoning, and also English. And also do not fall for any kind of analysis of newspapers and other things. No one is going to come and do the analysis for you in the actual exam. So don't fall for such shortcuts. Follow things that are required to clear this examination. Exam clear करना है, so make sure कि वो चीजें करो जो बाकी लोग नहीं कर रहे हैं. Schedule बनाओ. End of the day में उसको बैठकर देखो कि मैंने अपने schedule में आज इतने टास्क लिखे थे. How many of those tasks have I achieved? And before sleeping itself, एक to do list बनाओ कि मेरे को next day ये सारी चीजें करनी है. ठीक है? तो इतना करोगे और नेक्स्ट डे गेट बैक टू वर्क. जैसे सो के उठे काम पे लगो. प्लानिंग लाइनिंग करके छोड़ दो रात के टाइम. दिस इज हाउ यू वर्क. दिस इज हाउ टॉपर्स, दिस इज हाउ चैंपियंस मैनेज देयर टाइम. Time management is essential. Do it in your daily life. You'll be able to do it in the mocks as well. So I finally have this Shailendra from Aristotle. ठीक है Shailendra. ठीक है तीव्रता. Thank you. No need to say thank you. We'll see you. I'll see you again in the classes. Bye bye. Good night. And keep reading newspaper and keep revising. Tada.